So today we're going to dive into something a little different.
Okay.
Still real estate, but we're looking at a local realtor's website.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's called RBHLI.com. And they've been around for over 20 years, helping people buy and sell homes just in our area.
Okay, in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, exactly. And I was looking at the site, and it's pretty slick.
Okay.
So I thought it would be kind of cool to just like walk through it and see what it offers, and maybe our listeners could find it useful too.
I think that'd be great. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what it's all about.
Yeah, so like right off the bat, one of the things they say is they have all the listings from all the agents.
Oh, wow. So it's not just their own listings.
No. It's like a one-stop shop for our area.
That's awesome. I mean, think about how much time that could save you, right?
Right. Instead of like jumping between all these different websites.
Exactly. You could just go there and see everything in one place.
Yeah. And it's not just like lists and lists of properties. No. They have like huge photos and virtual tours and even maps with Google Street View.
Wow. So you can really get a feel for the property and the neighborhood online.
Exactly. And I think that's so important these days because people are so busy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't always have time to go see every single house in person.
Right, exactly. So you can kind of narrow it down online first.
And then when you do go see houses in person, you're only seeing the ones that you're really interested in.
Yeah, you're not wasting your time.
Exactly.
Another thing I thought was really cool is they have this notification feature.
Oh, tell me more about that.
So like if you're looking for a specific type of house in a specific area, you can set up an alert and they'll email you when a new listing pops up or if the price changes on a house you're watching.
Wow, so you can stay on top of the market really easily.
Yeah, you don't have to keep checking back every day.
That's huge. I mean, especially in a competitive market like ours.
Right. Being the first to know about a new listing could make all the difference. And, it's free to use the site, and they say they respect your privacy.
Oh, good. So it's not like one of those sites where you have to give them all your personal information just to look around?
No, not at all. You can just browse anonymously if you want.
That's great. I mean, I think a lot of people are hesitant to use those kinds of sites because they don't want to be bombarded with emails and phone calls.
Right. And I did notice they say that you can contact the realtor if you have questions, but there's no obligation.
Okay, so they're there to help if you need them, but they're not going to pressure you.
Exactly.
That's a good balance, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, if you're interested in this area specifically, they focus on Centerport, Cold Spring, Harbor Comac, East Northport, Fort Salonga, Green Lawn, Huntington, Kings Park, Northport, and Smithtown.
Okay, so they really know these communities like the back of their hand.
Yeah, they have like dedicated pages for each town with information about the schools, the parks, the local businesses.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
So this is really like a hyper-local resource.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
And it's not just about the listings either. They have a lot of information about the buying and selling process in general.
Yeah, they have links to guides on their website, like the buying process and the selling process.
That's smart, because I think that's one of the biggest things that people get intimidated by is all the paperwork and the legal stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming if you've never done it before.
Yeah. So having those resources available right there on the website is really helpful.
And you know how we always talk about the importance of social proof?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, they have a whole section on the site for client reviews.
Oh, that's awesome. So you can actually see what other people have said about their experience working with this realtor.
Yeah, and that could be really reassuring, especially if you're, trying to decide who to trust with such a big decision.
Right, because buying or selling a house is not something you do every day.
Exactly. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so having that social proof can really make a difference.
And then finally, they have a section for featured listings.
Okay, so what is that exactly?
Well, it's not like every single listing on the site. It's more like a curated selection of properties that they think are particularly interesting or noteworthy.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a shortcut for people who are just starting their search.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, it might help you find something that you wouldn't have thought to look for otherwise.
I like that. Yeah, that's a cool feature.
Yeah. So overall, I think this website is a really valuable resource for anyone who's thinking about buying or selling a home in our area.
I agree. It sounds like they've really thought of everything.
Yeah. It's comprehensive, user-friendly, and it has a lot of great features.
I mean, if I was in the market for a new house, I would definitely check it out.
Me too. So I guess the question for our listeners is this. How do you think having access to all the listings in one place could change the way you approach buying or selling a home?
And what kind of questions would you ask a local expert after exploring a resource like this on your own?
Good questions.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive,
My pleasure.
and we'll see you next time.